reasons why I like to put down linoleum in a room. Looks better already. Our linoleum is down and it's looking pretty good. I have a little bit of a gap the whole way around so the walls can move around. And our quarter round is going to cover that up. And I left this white piece here because there's a register there and I didn't want to step in it. So there's a register down here. I didn't want to step in it, so I left this white piece. So I'm going to take my knife, I'm going to find the middle here, just going to cut in and go out to my edge. Make sure you have a sharp knife. You're actually going to be safer with a sharp knife and your results are going to be way better. Because with a sharp knife, when you push, it's going to go instead of catching and then slipping fast and possibly cutting you. I go maybe out this way now. And I'm just going to follow around here. Keep your knife down in there, that way you can't end up cutting too far. Okay, that was okay. It felt weird, but it was okay. Now this edge is kind of rough, so this might be a little bit harder to cut. I'm going to hold back here so it doesn't lave up. Okay, and there's our register that desperately needs to be cleaned out. The wife will not like that. Let's see if it fits. Perfect. This is our trim for upstairs, and we want it to match the baseboard, so I just have it all laid out neatly. All the sawhorses. And we're just going to paint it. Starting in the back so I don't drip on what I'm doing. And to keep this neat, I'm dipping and wiping off one side. Thanks to Tim Piper for that little tip. And this is Behr Marquee paint. You can put it on thick enough for it to cover in one coat. This brush kind of sucks, but you can do that if you want. Or if you want to do 2 quick, thin coats, you can do that also. At the edge of our room, we have about 5 inches to fill in. So the guy at Home Depot, who was very knowledgeable, sold us an extra 6 feet of material, and that's what this is right here. So we're going to trim that off. 5 inches of that, that's going to make our first piece, and that'll give us a straight edge to work with. And then I'm gonna go over here to this side and I'm gonna trim a 5-inch piece off of this. That will give me another, this edge right here, this perfect factory edge to work with. And I guess there'll be a little bit left, so I'll just take a pair of scissors and I can cut on one of these wood lines right here, these wood edge lines. And that'll give me my third piece down here. The oven's gonna mostly cover it up, and then whatever the baker's table, we'll cover it up there. So I think it's gonna turn out pretty good. I'm gonna cut my pieces now. This piece I just cut with a pair of scissors and I cut on this edge. So this is my factory perfectly straight edge. So I'm gonna flip it over. This is my good straight edge now. I'm gonna put this in here for its final resting place. And then I'm just gonna push this into the corner, and right down in here, that's where I'm going to trim, just the same as I would as if this was one solid piece. I'm gonna trim it to cut it that way. So now I have this piece cut, and a little bit of a gap there for expansion. And next, we're just gonna move on to this piece and do the same thing. So we have all of our pieces made now. So what we're gonna do is curl back our main piece so we can get our glue in there. This cut turned out just about perfect. I poked a little hole there, and then I folded this up and just guessed on the hole. It's got a little cut in the back to get it in there. So we're gonna take up this and take up that and put our glue down. And this trowel has little teeth on it, and it's the appropriate width for gluing down linoleum. So it makes it fairly easy. So I had to wait for this glue to get tacky, and it is now. So here we go. I'm going to start with my piece with the hole because I need to do it that way, or alignment problems are going to happen from this one. So we're going to flop this down first. Make sure there's no waves in it. Okay, here comes the tricky part. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is working. Okay. So if you make a mess, make sure you have your warm soapy water. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We are looking at the floor with a realistic amount of light through a GoPro. So you tell me, how does that seam look? It's not quite as hidden as I wanted it to be, but I might be able to touch that up with a brown Sharpie. This spot here has a gap, but that's going to be covered by the baker's table. So, let me know what you think. I give it like a 7.
Thanks for watching part 2. Stay tuned for part 3, where we put metal on the walls. Yippee!